Hello guys. Today we are going to discuss about acid-base concepts. So, we have many facts about acid and bases that we already know that. These are all generally basic facts. That is, we know that acid has a pH less than 7, a base has a pH greater than 7, acid turn litmus paper red, or a base turn litmus paper blue. Also, we can say that acid is sour in taste and a base is bitter in taste. These are all the general or basic things we all know about acid and a base. But there are certain concepts about acid and base. What is an acid and what is a base? So the different concepts are uh, Arrhenius concept, Bronsted-Lowry concept, Lewis concept, Lex Flood concept, and Usanovich concept. So out of this up to three, that is Arrhenius concept, Bronsted-Lowry concept, and Lewis concept, we had studied till +2. And when you go for PG, when you go for UG, you will study about Lex Flood concept and Usanovich concept. So we'll move in detail. First of all, Arrhenius concept. So according to Arrhenius concept, an acid is a substance which dissociates to give H plus ions, and a base is a substance which dissociates to give OH minus ions. So we move on to the example. Consider an acid like HCl. HCl on dissociation in water, we can say that it will dissociate into H plus ions and Cl minus ions. So here HCl get dissociated into H plus ions. So and consider a base like NaOH. NaOH, when it is dissolved in water, it will form Na plus ions and OH minus ion. So NaOH is a strong base and HCl is a strong acid. So HCl on dissociation give H plus ions, and NaOH as a strong base it will give OH minus ions. Second concept is Bronsted-Lowry concept. According to Bronsted-Lowry concept, an acid is a substance which has a tendency to donate proton to other substance, and a base is a substance which has a tendency to accept a proton from any other substance. So we can say that an example that acetic acid plus water will get hydronium ions plus acetate ions. So according to Bronsted-Lowry concept, an acid is a substance which has got a tendency to donate proton to other substance, and a base which has got a tendency to accept proton. So when we come to Bronsted-Lowry concept, we can say that we have got another thing known as conjugate acid and base pairs. So conjugate acid base pairs are the pairs of substance which can be formed from one another by the gain or loss of a proton. That is, I'll explain with an example. Consider HCl when dissolved in water, it will form hydronium ions and Cl minus ions. So when according to Bronsted-Lowry concept, what is an acid? An acid has a strong tendency to give proton. So here HCl has a strong tendency to give proton. It gives proton to form H3O plus ions, and in the reverse direction, that is, when you look at H3O plus, it is a reverse, since it is a reversible reaction. When you look at H3O plus plus Cl minus, it will form again back to HCl and H2O. So here H3O plus donate a proton from H3O plus to Cl minus to form HCl. So here H3O plus act as a acid and Cl minus act as a base, that it accepts an proton. So HCl is a conjugate acid of chloride ion, and chloride ion is a conjugate base of HCl. So moving on to next concept, that is Lewis concept. Lewis concept. According to Lewis concept, an acid is a species capable of accepting a pair of electrons to form a covalent bond. That is just the reverse opposite of Bronsted-Lowry concept. In Bronsted-Lowry, we had studied that acid is a substance which donate proton, but here acid is a substance. According to Lewis concept, acid is a substance capable of accepting a pair of electrons to form a covalent bond, and a base is defined as a substance that is capable of donating a pair of electrons. So here we consider an example, that is BF3 and NH3. We'll get a complex F3BnNH3. So moving on to next concept, Lex-Flood concept. When you go for UG, you will study Lex-Flood concept. So according to Lex-Flood concept, an acid is defined as an oxide which accepts oxygen. What is an acid? It is an oxide which accepts oxygen, and a base, an oxide which donates oxygen. So Lex-Flood concept, according to Lex-Flood concept, an acid is a substance that an oxide which accepts oxygen, and a base, an oxide which donates oxygen. So we can check the example, that is calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. We'll get calcium carbonate. Here calcium oxide is a base and carbon dioxide is an acid. So here carbon dioxide accept an oxygen to form carbonate ion, and calcium oxide give an oxygen to carbon dioxide, since it is a base. Moving on to next concept is Usanovich concept. This also you will study in UG. According to Usanovich concept, an acid is a species that is capable of giving cations, combining with anions or electron to give a salt. So it is a species which is capable of giving up cations, combining with anions or electrons to give a salt. So the overall reaction will get a salt. And for a base, it is a species capable of giving up anions, combining with cations to give a salt. Just the reversible reaction of acid, or the opposite reaction of acid. There will. So hope you have understood it correctly. So thank you.